Good morning. I want to know, what movie are you creating in your life? Are you living a horror and find yourself telling all of these horror stories of what you have been experiencing day in and day out? All these things that seem to be going wrong, or these challenges that you are constantly up against. And if people were in a movie theater, they'd be looking at your life and what you're talking about and sharing with them with these big faces of fear, like, is that your life? Or is it a drama where there is an obstacle? You seem to get going and then the car breaks down. Every time you seem to get back on track, it's something else that you're bumping into, some other challenge, and something that goes wrong or breaks down, or somebody doesn't show up. And you're constantly in that story of a drama. Or are you living a life of comedy where you're trying new things, and while it doesn't always go well, or how you want, you're enjoying the experience and you're laughing. You're laughing a lot. Or is it a romance where you're making choices and you're doing new things and you're not always sure what's going to happen next, but you're loving your life. You're loving yourself. You're loving the people that you're spending time with. I'm here to tell you, you can choose the movie story of your life. And what do I mean by that? I'm sure you've met people, and maybe you are this person. I know I have been in my past. Hey, Tamala. I know I have been in my past where, yeah, things just kept going wrong. And I would repeat these stories to people and share everything that would go wrong. And people would be like, oh, I'd get all this energy and all this attention because of all these things that were going wrong in my life. Whether it was the horror I was creating, and I say I was creating it because instead of just dealing with it and moving on, or getting support and moving on, I was perpetuating that energy. I was continuing that story by sharing it, sometimes with every single person I came in contact with. Another way that I perpetuated that story, whether it was a horror or a drama, was by how I perceived things or how I described things. An example that I want to share was one that occurred with a client where and Tamala says, yes, she so agrees that she's been there. I know, a lot of us have. And we're not alone in this. And that's why I'm sharing this story, is because I don't want you or anyone else that you know and love to be living in that drama and that horror when we have choices to live in a different way. The client that I started to tell you about was one who said, I did something new. I was trying to stand up for myself. I was trying to do what I thought was the best to do. I was trying to be clear. I was trying to communicate. And I don't think I did a great job. And I was terrified. And I was trying. And after she shared that with me, I stopped and I said, well, I didn't say it quite like this, but this was the premise. And that was, did you try or did you do it? Hey, Eric. And she said, oh, wait, I did do it. So she didn't try to communicate. She did communicate. She didn't try to leave emotion out of it. She did leave emotion out of this communication. Yes, she might have been terrified, but again, she showed up and she did it. She wanted to stand in her power and stand in her boundaries. She did. Now, might it have been smooth sailing? Might it have been the easiest thing that she had done? No, it wasn't. But after reframing the way that she was describing her own experience, she was able to say, I was a success. I did that pretty damn well considering I haven't done it before. And I'm a badass. And the energy of the entire situation and what she experienced that day shifted. It shifted from a horror, from a drama, to a romance, because she could look at herself in a whole new light and own that she stepped forward in that way. So, of course, how she steps forward and looks at things now in the future, she realizes she has a choice about. So I ask you, what are you living in your life? Is it a horror? Is it a drama? And you're like, oh, wait a minute. Yeah, it is. And I don't want that. Well, send me a message. Let's connect. We can talk about that. And if you want to create a romance, a comedy in your life, and want to know how to do that, again, ask me questions, share comments. I will respond, whether it's now when I'm live or after the fact. I will get back to you, because I want all of us to be able to live the movie we choose in our own lives. All right, it's been great talking to you. I am sending love and health and ease in your transformation until we connect again. Bye.